Another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Saturday night? Hope y'all doing well. I know here in southern West Virginia today, it was a nice 83 to 85 degrees. It was more like summer than spring.
Yep.
So it is enjoying a little bit this afternoon, but hope y'all doing well. We'll let Beans do a shout out to our listeners before we get started in this episode.
Yes, we'd like to give a shout out to our listeners for that come on to watch the live. Thank y'all for giving us your undivided attention. And today, I will be paying attention. When I see that chat box, I will go ahead and acknowledge folks who came on to get in the check box. I missed you last week. I'm sorry. But we also like to thank those that listen to our radio edition on every week. And we have cities like San Jose, California, Los Angeles, California, Ashburn, Virginia, Grinzek, Weilen, Germany, Brussels, Belgium. Um, and I don't lost my train of thought. But we thank y'all for listening.
Well, thank everybody for tuning in. We'll get in started with some hockey. It's right off the bat, or right off the stick, or however you want to say it.
Yeah.
But we got some news that Ochekin has done tied Wayne Gretzky at
Mm-hmm.
894. He's one away. So I'd say he'll probably get that. And we'll go over some scores right now. You've got the Bruins and the Hurricanes. Right now, it's the 15 minutes in the third. With 15 minutes left in the third, the Bruins are up on the Hurricanes 4-0. Um, You got the Sabres and Lightning playing. Lightning's up on the Sabres 2-1 with 16 minutes left in the third. You got the Blue Jays and the Maple Leafs going on. Maple Leafs just scored to make it 3-0 over the Blue Jackets with 18 minutes left in the third. The Canadians and the Flyers are tied at 1-1 with 18 left in the third. The Avalanche and the Blues are playing. The Blues are up on the Avalanche 4-2. And they're just starting the third period right now, getting ready to start it. At the end of the second, Utah Hockey Club and the Jets, and Utah's up 3-0. Getting ready to get ready to start here at 10 o'clock is the Golden Knights and the Flames and the Kraken and the Sharks. And here are some finals. The Devils beat the Rangers 4-0. The Senators over the Panthers 3-0. You had the Penguins over the Stars 5-3. The Canucks over the Ducks 6-2, and the Kings over the Oilers 3-0. We'll run down the standings, see what we got going on right now. Um, as it's coming up, let's see here. Let's do conference.
I guess it should be about time we know who's actually because I remember you said last week you was talking about teams that was eliminated. My Predators, just because I like the name Predators, they didn't make it. They eliminated. But we go by we should know about who should be starting at when at the number one conference, that number one seed. They should say it about now.
How many games they play? They play 82 like the NBA.
Yeah, they play 82 just like NBA.
Okay, well, um, there's depending on it's anywhere from 6 to 8 games left, depending. Some of them, like you look right here with Columbus Blue Jackets, they've only played 74 games. And then you look
Mm-hmm.
up here at the top, Washington Capitals, they played 76. But over in the Eastern Conference, you've got 4 teams that's already made their way into the playoffs. Washington Capitals are leading the Eastern Conference with a 49, 18-9 record. The Carolina Hurricanes 46, 25, and 4. Um, and then you've got Toronto Maple Leafs 46, 25, and 4 as well. And then Tampa Bay Lightning 44, 26, and 5. Those four have cemented themselves into the playoffs for the Eastern Conference. Right now, it is wide open for a bunch of others. Um, let's see here. I mean, nobody's eliminated in the Eastern. I don't see how, but I mean, I guess it could happen, but uh, they'd have to get that last spot. Like I think they take 8, correct?
Yeah, just like the NBA, they'll have eight
Montreal
seeds.
Montreal Canadiens are holding that 8 seed at 36 and 30, and then you've got 2 is tied at the 7 and 6 seed at 41 and 29. And then the Panthers are holding the 5th seed at 44, 28 and 4. Getting on down to the West. As well as the East, there is 4 that cemented themselves into the conference or made their way into the playoffs. You got the Winnipeg Jets at 52, 20 and 4. They got the first spot. Dallas Stars at 50, 22 and 4. The second, the Vegas Golden Knights at 44, 22 and 8. They got the third spot. Colorado Avalanche 47, 26 and 4 with the fourth spot. Just like the Avalanche, they have played 77 games. So they've got only 4 games left, or 5 games left, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the teams you've got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that's been eliminated out of the West Conference. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 3 other teams that are fighting to get in. Holding that 8 speed right now is Minnesota Wild at 41, 29 and 7. And then just ahead of them is the St. Louis Blues at 42, 28 and 7. Then
But see,
Edmonton. Go ahead.
that is wild how they have just like the East and the West. It's never when we get on the NBA. Watch when you go over the standings and everything, and the playoff picture. It's just like hockey. One side got everything just pretty much sold up, and the other side you can't figure out nothing going on.
And it's like you got the Kings got the 5th seed and the Edmonton Oilers got the 6th seed. And if I click on this playoff watch, I don't know what's going to pop up here. Just part of the games and everything. It's crucial, I guess. Yeah, that's all it's doing right now. So I figured be no need to read all down through this, but it's starting to shape up for the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. I guess when we go on audio during the next week, that I'd say go check and we'll have that
Yep,
ready.
he should have it.
All right, moving on. Let's go to the NBA. I mean NBA, MLB and baseball. We'll just run down some scores real fast. And right now, in the end of 7 out in Texas, you got the Rangers and the Rays are playing. Rangers are up 6-4. You got the Blue Jays at New York playing the Mets. The Blue Jays are up 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. The bottom of the 7th in Milwaukee, you've got the Reds and the Brewers are playing. The Reds are up 10-5. You've got the Marlins are in Atlanta. Marlins are up in the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 on Atlanta. Those Braves have only won 1 game, so they're probably done for the rest of the season. So, I mean, when you start out like that,
It's
that's
a
not,
long season. Come on.
that's not. I mean, but anyway,
Now, didn't last year one of their pitchers? I think he was like the best one they had. Didn't he like tear ACL or something last year?
one of their best players, one of their home run hitters, got hurt and went out when they was on that hot streak.
Yeah, but he might not be in the lineup just yet.
I
He
don't
might
know.
still be rehabilitating. Maybe that's what their problem is. Cause when they was talking preseason, they was driving the Braves up. They was like the Braves gonna make it take it this, and now all of a sudden they only won 1 game.
1-7, they're getting ready to lose again, so they're getting ready to go 1-8. Unless they come back, that game's early. But and in the middle of the 4th, in Colorado, you got the Athletics playing the Rockies. The Rockies are up 3-1. And just starting in San Francisco, the Mariners and the Giants are just starting out. It's 0-0. You got a game getting ready to first pitch here at 9:38 in Anaheim. The Angels and the Guardians are playing. The Guardians are starting out slow. They were a pretty good team last year.
Yep.
They're 3-4 right now. Here's some finals. Go over. The Tigers beat the White Sox 7-2. The Twins over the Astros 6-1. The Cubs over the Padres 7-1. The Nationals over the Diamondbacks 4-3, and you had the Dodgers over the Phillies 3-1. And then the Yankees put it on the Pirates 10-4. The Orioles beat the Royals. Try to say that real fast. The Orioles beat the Royals 8-1. And the Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox was postponed due to rain. So that will be made up on another day. But that's what we got right now as far as scores with Major League Baseball. Now, we'll slide on over to some basketball there in college earlier. The Florida Gators beat Auburn 79-73.
I know, it's so depressing.
I ain't been get to watch nothing. I've just been so busy. Actually, even this evening you messaged me. I'm getting on in 10 minutes. I was out in the yard working. So I was like, oh man.
Right.
So it's a good thing you messaged me. But they got the other game going on right now is Duke and Houston. I hope Duke wins. That's who I picked on one of my brackets to win it all. But my bracket ain't doing the best, even if I guess Duke wins that. But Duke and Houston is playing. I think if we could see a Duke and Florida matchup, that it will be a pretty good game. I thought that game was going to tip off right now, but they must have pushed that back. It's supposed to start at 9:28 now. It's tip off. So, but I thought that was supposed to start.
Yeah,
like
I thought
right
it was
at
supposed
9,
to be going on right now while we talking.
But it ain't. It isn't. So that Florida game must have ran a little long. We'll get over to some women's.
Yeah, the women's.
You got the matchup coming up yesterday. I think it is Sunday, April 6th.
Yeah, they played last night.
Yeah. So you had last night, and I was hoping Texas would beat South Carolina, but they didn't. South Carolina went over Texas 74-57.
I know. I was counting on Texas too.
And then UConn rolled UCLA 85-51. So this is setting up to be a pretty good game for the women's championship. I'm pulling for UConn.
I'm pulling for UConn too,
Huskies.
but at the same time, I was like, whoever's gonna win, I'm gonna hate it. And you know why I'm gonna hate it? Dawn Staley, she was the Olympic coach for the women's team that went to the Olympics. She is another Caitlin Clark hater. So now here it is. If she goes, USC goes against Paige Buckner, and Paige Buckner and them win, she's gonna have it all. She's gonna put the bullseye on Paige. That Paige is so much better than Caitlin. So that's what I say. So that's what I hate about UConn winning. Now, if USC wins, then Dawn Staley gets the cherry and yeah, and I'm really gonna hate that. So I'm gonna be hating. I'm just gonna be a hater over here, hating.
You just think I ain't either, so I'll probably be in bed. So that's the thing about working night shift. That's all we got as far as the women's basketball, men's college basketball. And speaking of basketball, you got the NBA rolling right through. I'll go some scores with that. They're narrowing them down with like 5 games left, depending on how many they've played. Right now in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left in Detroit, you've got the Grizzlies and the Pistons. Grizzlies are up 97-94. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter in Philly. You've got the Timberwolves 102, 76ers 95. Halftime in Miami. It's all tied up. They're playing the Bucks 57-57. Getting ready to tip off here at 10:30 in LA. You've got the Mavericks and the Clippers. Only one final to mention. Your Knicks knocked off the Hawks 121-105.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, well, the Knicks, y'all Y'all can beat teams like the Hawks, the Bucks, and things like that, but they have not beat the Cavaliers. They have not beat the Celtics. And it's like, you've lost all the games that you played against them. You have not beat Utah. And it's like, these are the top teams that you have to beat if you are a championship caliber team.
Well, they're saving it. They're saving it for the best part. You beat them in the postseason.
I hope so.
That's when you beat them. Regular season, it don't matter.
I hope so.
All right. So that's like if you look at the Chiefs will tell you that regular season don't matter. All that matters is the postseason. They beat the Eagles during regular season. The Eagles beat them in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. All right. So, and you can remember it's like the Bills. The Bills beat them in the regular season, and then
Yep, and they beat
the Chiefs beat the
Yep.
Bills in the playoffs. So that regular season don't matter. It's what comes to postseason. So we'll see if your Knicks can pick it up and pull off some wins when it matters the most. Over in the Eastern Conference, it's all locked up as far as the teams that are going to be playing for the play-in again. Everybody else outside the 10 spot has been eliminated in the East. The Cavaliers have got the 1 spot. Boston has got the 2nd. The Knicks are at 3rd. They'll probably finish there. Indiana's at 4th. They're 3 behind the Knicks. Detroit at 5. Milwaukee at 6. Now, here's where it all could change from the 7th to the 10th spot because there's only a 3-game differential between the 7th and the 10th spot. And both of them, you got Chicago at 9, you got Miami at 10. Both of them are 35 and 42. Miami's playing right now. So then you got the Hawks. They're 36 and 41. They got the 8th seed, and then the Magic has got the 7th seed at 38 and 40. So there could be some switching around from that 8th to 10th seed. And if Orlando, but those 4 teams are in the playoffs. It's just all depending on where they fall and who they play. Now coming out west to the Western, this is a total different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it goes out, because I looked at it earlier, it's just like, why is it not? It's like the East Coast is all sold up. You already know what it's doing. West Coast, you don't know nothing. You know 2 teams that made it.
All right, Oklahoma Thunder have got the 1 seed. They got it sewn up. Okay, Houston Rockets have got a playoff. They're in the playoffs, and most likely. Well, I don't know. And I'm looking here, and the Lakers have moved to the 3rd spot. The Lakers could, if we get this, let's see, 77, there's 5 games left. The Lakers could mathematically possible finish 2nd, but Houston would have to skid 4 of those 5 games they got left, or let's see, 8. Actually, they only got 4 games left. Houston does. So Houston will have to lose 3 of those 4, if not 4. And then Lakers win out.
Yeah.
Denver's in the 4th seed right now, 41-31. Golden State, 46 and 31 at the 5th seed. And then Minnesota's got the 6th seed, 45 and 32. And the thing is, the Clippers are tied as record with Minnesota, but they're in the 7th spot at 45 and 32. And then you go on down, Memphis Grizzlies are tied, the same record as number 8. At 45 and 32. So, and then Dallas Mavericks is 38 and 40. Sacramento Kings 37 and 40. And then there's only 3 teams still looking on the outside looking in. That's the Suns, Trailblazers, and the Spurs. Spurs might as well just pack their bags and go home. The Trailblazers.
I think Portland's out of there too.
The only one out of those 3 may have a shot will be the Suns. But I don't know if they're going to make it either. So that's our rundown right now. It's all bunched up there, man. Even if you look at this, get this, okay? You got Denver at the 4th seed. They're 17 and a half games back from first. Go all the way down to the 8th seed. They're 19 games back. That's only a game and a half difference between the 8th seed and the 4th seed.
Yeah.
Think about that. A game and a half difference. So in this next week or so, it's all could flip-flop all
I know. It's tight over there.
I mean, Golden State could fall to 8. I mean, Memphis could jump to 4. I mean, yeah, I mean it's all on how
The
this
Lakers
plays out.
could be playing in the play-in.
They could. I mean, look at that. I mean, they could. That's very well. I mean, because that's 2 games. That's only 2 games out from the
Yep.
play-in game. So it's going to be interesting out west on these last few games. Because let's see, the Lakers, like I said, they've played 77 games, so they've got 5 games left. The Nuggets have played 78, so they only got 4 games. When you look at Golden State, they've played 77, so they've got 5 games left. So all depending on where Minnesota, same thing. They've played 77. So it's going to be fun when it comes to watching the West and see where they all fall in at. What about any women's NBA news?
Don't have any. Nothing came up. Women's NBA news. I know somebody was talking about some. It's unfair. Oh, they came out with the scorers list, top 30 scorers in the league, and this what they thought. It is. This is funny, and it's just like I understand it. This is how well the Caitlin Clark effect worked. It's like all those that like try to say bad stuff about Caitlin Clark or try to do Caitlin Clark dirty, they got fired. Cheryl Swoops have got fired from all her jobs. Kennedy Carter, she's the one who bumped her just for no reason and bumped her down to the floor. She can't even get a job in the women's NBA. And that's bad because Kennedy Carter is a scorer. Her numbers, she is one of the top 30 in scoring in the women's NBA, and she ain't even on a team right now. I mean, like, that is crazy.
Back to fight in the so I guess we'll be moving right along onto the NFL. If you ain't got nothing else with the women.
Ain't got nothing else with the women's. I don't think there's nothing in college ball.
No, nothing right yet. Let's see. Well, I got it up right here in the NFL. I guess Zach Williams is let's see, I'm trying to see here. Zach Wilson, he's in back up in Miami now, ain't he?
Oh, okay.
That's what it said. I think that's what I was looking at right here.
Yeah, wasn't he last year? He was a backup somewhere. Wasn't it Denver?
Jets. He was Jets. He used to start for the Jets before Aaron Rodgers got there.
Yeah, but they got rid of him last year.
He's the one that ran his mouth. An idiot, a young idiot running his mouth his first year or second year. He needs to play and all this. He got mad because he got benched because he was throwing interceptions and not playing good. But it looks like he is in Miami. And I still want to talk. I know we mentioned and we talked about it. I still ain't seen nothing going on right now mentioning it. I know you would probably know unless you got it off Instagram. So Trey Lance is in LA. You see that, right?
He did sign I think it's $6 million, 2 years.
One year
1 year deal.
The thing I wanted so has that all died about that trade rumors from Cowboys trading Dak off to Cleveland for that number 2 spot?
I ain't seen no more about it. But you know the trade that I did get off Instagram that had me jumping up for a while and I tried to verify it and couldn't find it nowhere else?
What's that?
Miami Dolphins traded Tyreek Hill to the Cowboys for a 3rd and 4th round pick. And I was like, yeah. And it's like, wait a minute. Get to looking at everywhere else.
Fake.
You don't see that nowhere.
Fake news. I see. The Raiders gave Geno Smith
Yeah,
75 million.
extension. Yep.
Man's getting paid. Finally, it all paid off. Man's getting paid. Um, and who is Joe Milton the third?
Okay, he's the one. He's not a rookie. This would be his second year, maybe third year, I forget. But he's a quarterback that got out of New England. He's gonna be a backup. He's the one at combine. He threw a 90-yard pass.
Well, he's in Dallas now, so we'll see how that goes for the Cowboys. But I like the idea about trading Dak Prescott to Cleveland for that second round pick to see Sanders go to Dallas.
Yeah, it would be nice. But that's the thing. I don't think
All the-
Cleveland can afford it. And they definitely will not trade Dak to the Giants because Giants got the third pick. Giants be like, oh, I give it to... No.
So it's just going to be interesting to see here in leading up in the next couple of weeks leading up to draft. Like we'll remind everybody on draft night Thursday, we'll be live during the draft. You want to do the whole draft because that'll go for an hour or so.
Yeah,
longer, really.
I think it didn't last year take us 3 hours.
But it will. Well, it took us a long time because we had some internet issues. So, but we'll be live on I think it's the 24th.
Yes, 24th.
I can't do that. So we'll be live for that on the draft and everything. See where everybody goes and talk about it. I'll have it here on the TV. Well, maybe in the TV. I don't think I can get it down here now. So we canceled everything once football.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to look and see.
I got some shelving behind me. I don't think my TV's too big to fit on that shelf. Well, I could take that second shelf out and just put a TV back there. Because to where I do all the apps, I got ESPN too. The draft should be on that. I could be. I think I get that game behind. I mean, not game, but I can get it behind me.
So Diggs did finally sign.
Oh, he finally signed with the Patriots?
They agree on a 3-year deal, $69 million. Man, hey, I tell you what, and Patriots gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah.
You got Chubbs, right? Nick Chubbs, Drake May, quarterback. You got a Diggs that no, he ain't the top shape he used to be, but he's a target. If they can just get their defense going, they Miami may be finishing last in that division.
I think they will be finishing last.
Well, you got the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be Buffalo winning that division, then New England, then Miami, then the Jets.
I don't know. Justin Fields might get over there and resurrect his career.
Nah. Yeah, you see how that went with for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I know, right? I swear to goodness, if the first game on the third play, if he tears his Achilles, it's something up in that field. I'm like, it's scripted. It's scripted. But I had some sad news for the NFL. Two players I did not know. Dean Wells, he's a former NFL linebacker. I think he played with Seattle. He died at 54, battling cancer. And the other one, I don't know. He's a Steeler, Ray Seals. He died at 59, but I don't know why he died. But both of them died today.
Well, I hate to hear that when you start losing people and you get battling cancer and
Right.
everything else. Thoughts and prayers goes with that family. And I think I remember Seals with the Steelers there. There's some more news here with Aaron Rodgers still visiting with the Steelers. Why is the Steelers still just? Won't they just let that
I
vote
didn't know they
settle?
were still entertaining that.
They still don't have a quarterback, do they? Russell Wilson's
Yep.
gone.
And so is Justin Fields.
So Fields is gone. So then I hear you got Jameis Winston joining the Jets for 2 years. So it's I don't know why they just it just don't make no sense. I don't know why everybody's so wrapped up here in his last 2 or 3 years over Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's about himself. He's about getting money. He can care less if he wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. It's like how do you think you're gonna win with somebody who don't care if they win the game?
And that's what it is.
Be like, Aaron, that's your 7th interception you threw today. I don't care.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, it's still Aaron Rodgers has not. They still this article I'm sitting here reading, they said they think he's gonna sign with the Steelers.
So you got Russell Wilson in New York, and then Jameis Winston's behind him, backing him up.
Yep.
So here's what will happen. You'll see about 6 weeks of good play from Russell Wilson, 6 to 8 weeks. Then he'll start stinking it up, and then Jameis Winston will come in, play some good ball, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, it'll be it, all right. That's exactly it's gonna be it. And once again, you know who that combination, that quarterback combo works out for the best for? Brian Dable, because he still won't get fired. Because if everything goes to shit next year, he said, "Well, I had them 2 quarterbacks. I didn't have a quarterback," and his job is saved again.
There's some teams I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how the Rams do with their addition. And the Raiders may be able to make some noise a little bit. Can Bo Nix pick up where he left off from last year?
I know. I want to see how his sophomore year was his sophomore year going to be just like a dude from dang, I cannot think of his name now. Houston. Oh.
Stroud.
Yeah, CJ. Is he gonna have like CJ did slump in that sophomore year? He still haven't got his team to the playoffs and everything, but he did have a better rookie year than his sophomore year. Now Bryce Young, will he have a better year? Because he hasn't done anything since he's been in the NFL. But then again, I think it's just because he's with the Panthers. Because remember when they benched him? They said, "Oh, he's the problem. Let's bench him." And they put in Andy Dalton for a couple of games. And they said, "Well, he wasn't the problem. Our quarterback play was not the problem. It's that whole organization. Anytime you fired Frank Reich, I think that they are going to be punished for firing Frank Reich. Frank Reich was the guy. He was the quarterback that he can come back from anything. It was like when they put him in, he played for Houston at one time. Houston was getting blown out from the Bills. And Warren Moon got hurt. Frank Reich, and they turned around and won the game. I swear to goodness, they was down by a good 30 points.
That was in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a playoff game.
That was like 31-3.
Yep.
I think. I'm not mistaken, 31-3. I watched that game as a little kid, and I could not believe what I was seeing.
Exactly. It's just like Frank Reich comes in the
And I
game.
think they won like 41-38. They kicked the game-winning field
Yep.
goal or something like that. I remember watching that. But yeah, I couldn't. I mean, that's how Bills. That's how Bills. That's how they roll. They like. I mean, I remember that game like it was
Yeah.
yesterday.
It's like he's one you don't know. He knows how to come back from a loss. I mean, like he is calm under pressure. He can come back from a loss. So, like I would have left him. I would have gave him. They didn't give him a full year. It's like somewhere halfway into the year, they just said like we're just cutting him loose. But Brian Dable over here on the Giants side got 3 whole years, and like this guy's the fault. They just fire somebody else, fire anybody but Dable. So he's gonna be on my coaching hot seat this year again. Then I swear he's gonna get fired.
That's been 3 years you've had him on the hot seat, ain't you? Oh, now who's coaching the Bears now?
Oh, who is it? It's But get this, I don't know who the new coach is, but Matt Eberflus, the guy who couldn't call his timeouts and everything that Chicago fired, he's a Dallas defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Dallas hired him. That was a smart move.
Guy don't know how to use timeouts. You gonna put a defensive coordinator? He don't know how to use timeouts.
Well, you got the Duke game going on right now. Houston's up 6-5 on Duke.
Nah, that's not much. 6-5.
6-5. So it's just getting started and everything else. You got anything else with the NFL? We're about finished with this episode. It's going to be
it's going to be a short one. We gonna call it because I don't have no more NFL rumors.
And usually I had to get a new phone. And my Chief app on my other phone would update me all the time on Chief news. And this new phone, I don't know if I got the right app.
Right.
I went from an Android to an Apple to an iPhone. So I'm learning it. And I don't know if it's the right app. Because when I get on the Chief app, it's want me to buy tickets. So, I don't need no tickets now. But all right, if that's all you got, like we always do at the end of each episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, always dial that quick number 988, dial 1, and it'll get you into the contact of the resources that you need. Or you just dial that 1-800 number at the bottom of the screen, 1-800-273-8255. Just go through there, and it'll get you in contact with the people you need to get in contact with. Or you can go to your local VA medical center, go to the ER, tell them you need to talk to someone, you need some help. They'll have some staff there to get you in contact and get you the help you need. So don't be afraid to take that step, get the help, talk to someone. It helps out a lot, getting it off your shoulders, talking to someone instead of holding it all in.
Right. Check on your battle buddies.
That's right. Check on your battle buddies. Anything else, Beans?
That's it.
Well, that's it. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe and have a good weekend. And we'll see you on the audio during the week. Have a good one.